We've got your best breakfast spots in Roanoke.
Stay tuned for Homestyle Edition. Hey everybody, I'm Hal Cohn.
And I'm Chris Cohn with Cohn Realty Group.
This is your first time to our channel. Please make sure you click the subscribe button as well as that little bell icon. So you're gonna be notified each and every time we release a new video about living, working, and playing. And today, eating in the Roanoke Valley.
That's right, we have some fantastic restaurants. I'm so excited to dig into it. But if you're interested in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, and surrounding areas, we would love to have a conversation with you. We've got lots of folks relocating here, and I see why. It's a pretty awesome place. But you can text us, call us, or email us. We'd love to have a conversation.
Well, welcome! Today we are going to talk about some of the amazing restaurants here that you can get breakfast, the down home, home style type places that we love as locals here in Roanoke.
Yeah, I mean, we do live in the South and we have excellent food here. It was really hard to make a decision on, are you going to put that whole thing in your mouth?
I might.
It was hard to make a decision on which restaurants to focus on this one, so I think we'll probably do more of these. If you like it, comment below. But yeah, today we're focusing on those home style restaurants, locally owned and operated, that your locals are going to go to. You know, whenever we travel, we always buddy up to a local and ask, hey, where do
you usually eat?
Right. And they inevitably will tell us like a chain, and I'm like,
no, not okay.
Yeah.
Where do you really eat whenever you go out on a Friday morning for breakfast, Saturday morning for breakfast? Where do you eat? Not the tourist spot, but where do you go and eat so that you can get that amazing home style breakfast that your local small business owner created?
Right. And so we're going to give that to you for free. And I hope you enjoy this Epicurean adventure of Southern cuisine. We're so excited to bring it to you. So without further ado, let's dive in.
So let's start off with one of our favorite spots, which is Scratch Biscuit Company here in Grandin Village. And we couldn't have asked for this to happen. We couldn't have paid somebody to do it. As we're walking in the door, customers come out and said, what did they say? They said, best biscuits in Virginia. They said they are huge, and we're gonna let them tell you about it right now.
Alright, so I tried this place, I would say about a year ago, when I first started coming to Roanoke. The biggest biscuits I've ever had, the best biscuits. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat any meat. They have an apple biscuit, which is amazing. This is the first time my brother and my nephew come up. They even say it's amazing. I'll let them tell you themselves.
Places like this will turn you into a food snob. You know, I'm telling you.
So what'd you have today?
I had grits, I had the apple biscuit and a grilled chicken biscuit, and just the biscuit itself is not a normal biscuit. It's very unique, very unique to them.
I think that's Grandma's recipe, if I remember correctly.
Right. Yeah.
And what'd you have?
I had the grits and I also had an egg and cheese biscuit. It was phenomenal. I loved it.
What about you?
I'm a Southerner. I'm gonna eat meat, so I had the biscuits and grapes.
Amen. All right.
So let's look at just how huge these biscuits are. Check it out.
And you've already been eating on it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Crippler, which is my favorite. So tasty. It's got barbecue on it. It's got sausage on it. I got the additional gravy on it. It's got a hash brown on it. So you name it, it's like everything in the kitchen sink is going to go in my belly and be so yummy.
Maybe we should have split that. What do you think?
No, it's all mine. Mine.
So I went for one of the sweet treats, which is one of these cinnamon rolls, but they also have things like French toast and other sweet treats if you're more in the mood for that for breakfast. But this is really an awesome place, not only for the food, but the
community
that supports it. So you can come here for the amazing, huge biscuits, but you could also come here to support Nathan Webster. This is really his brainchild, and he owns and operates Village Grill just next door. A really community-centric place, and it gets cooler every year.
It does, yeah.
He's always adding stuff.
It's got outdoor seating now, so you can sit outside throughout the year, whether it's winter, spring, summer. And then he's also got a huge bocce ball court on the right side with an outdoor bar. So that is just covered up in the spring, summer, fall for beers and food and just a ton of activity where people just come and hang out and fellowship.
Yeah, so it's like this community hub.
Yes.
So right next door to it is Scratch Biscuit here. It was a neglected building, and he's turned it into this, and it is just so fun. So I'm not sure if people come to support him and his efforts because he is a very big philanthropist in the area. We appreciate that. And also, he is actually just makes really good food.
He does. He is passionate about it. And he's also passionate about Virginia and Roanoke, Grandin especially, because we're right in Grandin, like we said. And then if you look at the walls around here, you see all this wood is from local sawmills. And then I always see his post on Facebook. He talks about farming. Anyway, so he's passionate about food. He's passionate about the community. He's also passionate about farming. So there's some farming tools up here, that type of thing. So he loves Virginia, loves farming, and loves to be a leader and also an impact maker here in our local community.
And that's why we shop, eat, and play locally, really. I mean, we need to support these small businesses, so that's what you're going to find today. But let's get back to the biscuits.
Yes.
So you like yours. I've never had a bad biscuit here. But also, I remember we brought my Uncle Joe in from Richmond, true Southerner, and when he saw that biscuit, it's huge. They're all really, really big. And he said, well, that's a cat head biscuit. I was like, what are you talking about? A cat head biscuit? But traditionally, Southern biscuits that were really large like that are called cat head biscuits. So there's your history lesson.
I was just fixing to say, there's your history lesson today, folks, in case you were wondering. That breakfast was so yummy. And afterwards, I need a good strong cup of coffee now to help that crippler digest, I think.
What are you drinking now, coffee-wise?
Americano, an Americano. So that's an espresso shot with hot water and then stirred just a little bit. And I got turned on to that a few months ago with a friend of mine from Wisconsin. We were down in Myrtle Beach for a golf trip, and he's like, hey, you gotta try this. He's like, it's so much smoother than regular coffee. And it actually is. So the espresso shot with water, an Americano, is smoother and tastier in my opinion. So we're at Little Green Hive to get one of those in Grandin Village.
Yes, and I usually drink tea in the morning. I love my Earl Grey, but whenever I come to Little Green Hive, I get their Moroccan mint. It's so yummy. So anyways, we're gonna keep exploring Roanoke's wonderful home-style restaurants. And the next one on our list happens to be right around the corner, still in Grandin Village here. It's called FarmBurguesa. They actually have 2 locations, but there is one here in Grandin.
Yeah, so they've got one in Grandin, one in Vinton, and they just started doing breakfast over the last couple of months, to be honest with you. So we have not actually tried their breakfast, but it sure does sure does sound very tasty. How's that?
Yeah, because they're a farm-to-table restaurant, so you know the ingredients are going to be super fresh, delicious, locally sourced. Yeah. So one of their breakfast items I want to try is called Rise and Shine, and if I can remember correctly, it's got eggs, cheese, sausage, bacon, over easy eggs, and apple slices.
And then the bam for me is going to be potato tots on the side. How can you go wrong with tater tots in the morning at breakfast?
That's
Only
so
thing that
true.
would be better is if they put gravy over it. Maybe I'll make that recommendation if they don't have it.
Yeah, but definitely try out their lunch too. I always like their signature FarmBurguesa burger. It's so good.
And you know me, I've got to go with something over the top, right? So I go for the macho, macho man, macho cowboy, which is 2 beef patties. It's got some onion rings on it. It's got barbecue sauce, and it is just mwah, to die for. It's awesome.
All right, what's next on our list?
We're going to talk about the Roanoker, which has been around since 1941.
Hey, I do history.
Oh, sorry about that. I jumped in. My bad.
This is a Roanoke staple since 1941. It is
sure
now,
about that?
yes, it is now a 300-seat restaurant, and you have to go to the Roanoker if you visit Roanoke. And it's just this place where it's a gathering spot again, where you will see business meetings, civic groups, even my mom's water aerobics class. They go there for breakfast monthly. So it's a really sweet place to meet up and have a good old hearty Southern breakfast.
Yeah, you got a couple options. Like one of the things that I love there, and these are under $9. Yeah, now under $9. And so I'll get the Charlie Warren's breakfast, which includes, I always gotta have my little bit of pancake whenever we go out for breakfast.
You know.
2 pancakes, 2 eggs, sausage, fried apples, but I substitute the fried apples so I don't have too much sweets, so I get the grits instead.
Yeah, grits are pretty good. And I always get the Crafton's breakfast, which is a couple of meats. I think it has bacon and sausage, some eggs of your choice, and sausage gravy and biscuits. Love sausage gravy and biscuits.
Yeah, and then they also have a breakfast special, like daily, where you can get the breakfast. It's got like meat, eggs, all that good stuff. And it also includes your coffee for a set price, so you can get a really good deal on that front. So every day you can go get breakfast there at the Roanoker. You're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be Southern inspired, homemade biscuits, and make sure you check it out.
Yeah, and they also do lunch and dinner, of course. We're just highlighting breakfast, but again, just great Southern cooking at its finest.
Moving on up the ladder for our breakfast spots, our home-style breakfast spots today. And we're going to talk about the Texas Tavern now. Texas Tavern is downtown, and it was founded in
1930. I know.
Oh, no. I missed it.
So yeah, it was founded in 1930. It is an icon to Roanoke. You have to go there. And what did we say earlier when we were talking about this?
The fact that I didn't even realize they had breakfast for some reason.
I
I've
never
always
did.
just thought about cheesy westerns and hot dogs.
Right, and chili, of course. They
Of
have
course.
really super famous chili. So a great place to eat, but also they have just your staples that are really tasty. Nothing really fancy. They've got eggs, meats like bacon, sausage, toast. And so it's all you really need some days to have a good hearty breakfast before you start to work.
They're open late every night, so if you're downtown hanging out, you need something really late, you can definitely go to the Texas Tavern. So probably can't get breakfast that late, but you can get a cheesy western, hot dog, chili, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I want to try it for breakfast, but also I am just, every time I go, I do not veer from my favorite staple, which is a hot dog with, and I make sure not to ask for any ketchup because they say ketchup is for kids, so they don't serve it.
That reminds me of the Tricks commercial. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids.
Maybe I could have a hot dog for breakfast. Don't tell anyone.
Good luck with that. All right, so let's leave Roanoke for a minute. Let's go out towards Botetourt County into Delville area. Let's talk about Donnie D'S Bagels and Deli.
Yum. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get past all those fresh meats and cheeses and deli sides, but really the main event here is going to be their variety of bagels, which they have a ton of them. They're New York style bagels and fresh, delicious. Oh, love bagels.
They are yumminess for sure, and that's one of those things, like if you've had a New York style bagel, you just can't accept anything less than that
That's
standard,
true.
to be honest with you. So they are gaining tremendous popularity around here. I mean, like I said, they're out from city center, but people will drive. We've got a friend of ours, John Park, that I see post from all the time going to Donnie D'S, and he doesn't live in Botetourt County, but he drives out there so he can get one of those awesome and amazing bagels and treats there.
That sounds really good. So what do you get when you go out there?
I normally get a jalapeno cheddar bagel with sausage, egg, cheddar cheese, and if I'm feeling frisky that day, I'll put cream cheese on it too, just for overload.
Okay. Well, you know my favorite bagel. You know it. But
I know.
every New Year's Eve, and every New Year's Day, and if I can remember throughout the year, I have an everything bagel slathered with cream cheese, lox on top, which is smoked salmon, I have capers and onions, and oh my gosh, that is like my favorite bagel of all time. It's so good.
So when you're here, or if you live here, you go there, make sure you let us know what's your favorite thing that you got at Donnie D'S. All right, so let's boogie on down from Botetourt over to Salem and talk about Chip and Joe's.
Yeah, Chip and Joe's is a really sweet diner, and this is a place where everybody knows each other. It's really a fun little place that we visit almost every Saturday. And we have a really nice hearty breakfast before we head out and do some real estate needs, like showing clients around and making offers. But it's a place I love to take our family to. It's fun.
Yeah, we enjoy it. And they have breakfast, they have lunch, they have dinner, and they serve breakfast throughout the day. So no matter what time of day they're open, you can get breakfast. If you're one of those people that likes breakfast for lunch or breakfast for dinner, you can have it there. I do. And we've got one of our daughters that loves breakfast for dinner.
She
so
does.
one of the things that we order is going to be the big boy's breakfast, because it is for the big boy or the big girl, whatever you want to call it.
That's right.
And so it comes with 3 eggs, 2 pancakes, 3 strips of bacon or 3 sausage patties, and a gravy biscuit. So it is the Mac Daddy. So instead of getting one of those a piece, we can get 2 of those and feed the whole family.
Yeah, we split it among the 4 of us, and we usually have leftovers to take home. Their pancakes are humongous.
They are absolutely huge. They are the size of 2 heads. They're probably, what are they, 4 cat heads?
I guess so. Another thing I love is the staff too. They're really fast on their feet and friendly. You just feel like you're kind of at home when you're there.
I am stuffed, but we are going to keep on chugging along, and we're going to talk about, we're coming from Salem towards Grandin and back into the city, and we're going to stop at the Pancake House.
Yeah.
It's been there for a long while, and what memories do you have of the Pancake House?
Yeah, well, my grandmother used to go to the Pancake House and when she was alive, and she just loved eating there, and I think it was just a good, neat meal for her. They serve breakfast all day too, so you can choose to do that. They have lunch and dinner as well. I don't think much has changed since she was a patron there, although they recently went through a little facelift on the inside.
Yep.
So that's very good.
New tiles, it's new ceiling tiles, new booths, so that all that was refreshed.
Refresh.
Yeah,
I like
the
that.
refresh.
Not to mention they get great reviews for friendly staff and good food. It's also a really cool place to take kids because it's very family friendly, diner atmosphere. Our kids love crawling on the booths, or they have these bright red bar stools you can use as well. They think that's fun.
Yeah, and the great thing about it is when they're open in the evenings for dinner is that you can go there, and then after you build your belly, go over to the bowling alley right next door and go bowling.
Yeah, you've taken one of the kids to do that.
I have. That has been a daddy-daughter date night with one of my kiddos.
That was really fun.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about a spot in downtown Roanoke, because we haven't given you that yet. So if you're working, if you're playing, if you go to the farmer's market or the city market building,
Or family fun, you got a day full of...
at Kid Square, you got things to do
museums.
downtown. But before you get started, you're gonna need some sustenance in that belly of yours. Great homestyle spot for you to go in downtown Roanoke is gonna be Ernie's.
Definitely. I remember visiting this place as a kid. It opened in 1986, and it just has that really cool diner atmosphere, and right in the heart of downtown. Who could ask for more convenience?
And if you're a fan of A Christmas Story, they have the the infamous leg lamp.
I forgot about that.
If you're looking for some nostalgia and some history, go to Ernie's.
I usually get the Western omelet with toast and jelly, so yum yum. Love that.
She loves those omelets. Me, I'm kind of but I'll get 2 eggs scrambled. I'll get 3 slices of crispy bacon and home
bacon.
fries with some Tabasco or hot sauce to make sure to top it off just right with that spice.
All good choices. I think if we ate at every single one of those today, that would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
So let us know when you check these places out what you liked and what you would recommend.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
Hey, let me have another bite.
Oh, mine.
No. So good.
So good.